Racers, start your engines!
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to USA International Speedway. I'm Aaron Johnson, bringing you tonight's special event. It's the Tyler Daniels Racing League of Legends Halloween Spooktacular, sponsored in part by the Johnson iRacing team. Tyler Daniels Racing is an inclusive racing community that welcomes all members regardless of background, history, or ability. TDR has a charitable focus. We believe in giving back to the community. We've done fundraisers for the Iowa Food Bank, the Wyoming County Animal Shelter, for mental health awareness, and to assist individual members. TDR members care about each other. We're a big family. Yeah, sometimes we squabble, but we look out for each other both in iRacing and in life. Tyler Daniels Racing prides ourselves on intense, clean iRacing leagues, no matter your skill level. NASCAR, IndyCar, road course, oval course, dirt courses, Legends cars, TDR has something for you. If you'd like to know more, look up Tyler Daniels Racing on Facebook or go to tylerdracing.com. Well, tonight should be quite an interesting night. It's going to be 55 laps at USA International Speedway as part of the TDR Halloween Spooktacular, sponsored in part by the Johnson iRacing team. The Johnson iRacing team is a community of racers that believe also in giving back, only we give back more in terms of providing assistance, setups, help for new racers. What we really want to do is welcome members into iRacing and try to help people learn as much as they can. Our belief is that if you get interested in iRacing, you're more likely to go out and support your local short track. Also, I want to give a shout out to Maconi Setup Shops. Tonight we'll be having a Halloween-themed paint scheme contest, and Maconi has offered to give the winner of that contest a free paint scheme, spec map, and a suit and helmet to go along with it. So thanks a lot to Jeff Maconi at Maconi Setup Shops. Well, tonight's going to be interesting. It's 55 laps at USA International Speedway. This is a fixed setup race, and we should see lots of action. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's event. Starting in the 15th spot in the 17th spot in car number 15, that's Caleb Gillick in the Hit Agency Legends car, Caleb racing out of Rochester, Minnesota. Starting 16th in car number 7, it's the Universal Monsters car of Andy Shaner, Andy from Brownstown, Indiana. In the 15th spot, he races out of Ocean City, New Jersey. It's Jim Downham in the Speed Racer Legends car. Starting 14th in car number 11, it's the Iron Maiden Legends car of Ashton Hooker, Ashton from New York. In the 13th spot in car number 10, making his first start with TDR League of Legends, it's Nicholas Smith in the Psycho Circus car, Nicholas from Rose, New York. Starting 12th in car 59, racing out of Fort Myers, Florida, that is the Florida car of Jay Downham. Fish Fisher's going to start 11th. Fish is going to show up in your telemetry on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen as car 16, but on your screen, he's going to be in the car number 33. This is Halloween, Jack Skellington Legends car, Fish racing out of Long Island, New York. Starting 10th in car 66, it's Bob Burlew from Whiting, New Jersey, Bob in a Ghostly Legends car. Starting 9th in car 23, he races with us from Minnesota. It's the Universal Monsters car of Dustin Velduzen. Starting 8th in car 25, that's the man himself, Tyler Daniels. Daniels from New York, sporting a Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street inspired paint scheme. Starting 7th in car 21, he races out of Hampstead, North Carolina. It's the Nightmare Before Christmas car of Mike Matherly. Starting 6th in car 57, racing out of Kannapolis, North Carolina, that's the Treehouse of Horror car of Jim Love. Now, let's have a look at your top 5 starters. Starting 5th in car number 77, racing out of Michigan, it's the AMR Paintworks car of Keegan Sabilo. Starting fourth in car number 2, out of Westbrook, Maine, it's the Stranger Things Legends car of Adam Rickey. In the third starting spot, car number 97, that's the Sellers Insulation Admin Box car of Eric Sellers, racing out of Kentucky. On the front row outside, car 363, that is Lee Walker in the Halloween Spooktacular car, Lee racing out of Dorset in the United Kingdom. And on the pole in car number 00, he's racing the Nightmare Before Christmas car, a common theme tonight, out of Bailey, Colorado. That's Aaron Johnson. Johnson ran a blistering 23.49 second qualifying lap to take the pole for this Halloween Spooktacular. Little internet lag showing up there. Johnson, a quick lap. Eric Sellers, I believe your current point leader in the TDR League of Legends. This is a special race. No points will be awarded tonight. This is all for pride and bragging rights. The first ever TDR Johnson iRacing team Halloween Spooktacular. Johnson leading the field down the back straightaway. Lee Walker to his outside, followed by Eric Sellers, Adam Rickey, Keegan Sabilo and Jim Love in row 3, Mike Matherly, Tyler Daniels in row 4, Velduzen and Burlew in row 5. Pace car is in. Johnson waiting for the green flag. Hammers the throttle. The green is out, and the field is off. Johnson down the front. Looks like Johnson missed a shift. Eric Sellers goes to the inside. They're 3 wide on the front straightaway as it looks like Lee Walker takes the lead. Now Johnson coming back on the outside. Boy, that 00 car, a rocket ship off of turn number 2. Now down the back straightaway, Aaron Johnson going to retake the lead after a rocky start for the 00. Aaron Johnson out front, Lee Walker second. Looks like there's contact back there. Adam Rickey looks like he's going around. I don't know what else has happened here. Looked like Rickey went around backward, maybe someone else involved. Couldn't really see what happened there, but the caution is out. So Adam Rickey looked like Eric Sellers might have been involved as well after Johnson got off to a little rocky start and bunched up the field. First caution of the race comes on lap number 1 as the field's trying to catch up to the pace car. Let's see if we have some video of exactly what happened in this accident involving Adam Rickey. You can see there, it looks like Rickey got together. That's the 25 of Daniel, the 57 of Love upside down, then the 33 of Fisher. Also looked like the 23 of Dustin Velduzen, the 21 of Matherly. So a big crash on the front straightaway coming back to the start-finish line at the end of lap number 1. See if we can get a little better look at this from a position behind the chase cam here with Adam Rickey. You can see there Rickey and Sellers get together. Rickey comes up to the outside. Looks like Love and Walker or Daniels were trying to go by on the high side. They ended up getting into the wall. It also looked like Velduzen tagged Adam Rickey as well. Rickey sort of a pinball on the racetrack. Let's see what that looked like if we ride along with Tyler Daniels. Daniels seemed to have taken quite the wild ride. The in-car video should tell us more. Daniels moves to the high side there and then gets tagged. Car doing a barrel roll in the air, somersaults down the front straightaway. Tyler Daniels with a pretty wild ride in that 25. Fisher also involved. You can see Fisher looks like he's going to skirt by on the inside here. And Matherly down in the grass. Looked like Mike Matherly trying to avoid the wreck. Got a little sideways. That tagged Fisher. Put Fisher up against the wall on the high side there in turn number 1. So Fish Fisher, I apologize. Fish Fisher taking a wild ride on the wild side. We are 5 laps in to a 55-lap event. Aaron Johnson with the lead. Lee Walker in second. Keegan Sabilo sits in the third spot with Eric Sellers fourth. Ashton Hooker in 5th, Bob Burlew running 6th, Nicholas Smith running 7th, Andy Shaner running 8th, Jay Downham 9th, and Fish Fisher rounding out the top 10. Johnson, a member of the Johnson iRacing team, actually founder of the Johnson iRacing team. Also want to give a shout out tonight to Wayne Johnson. Wayne providing some prizes for participants here, including a race-worn pit shirt and hat that Wayne wore when he was the second gas man for Michael Waltrip Racing in the 2007 season for the Dale Jarrett UPS team. Also got some race-worn gear that will go out to winners as well as other NASCAR memorabilia, all of that coming from the Wayne Johnson collection. So shout out to Wayne and his wife Rosemary. Really appreciate the help that they give us to put on events like this. We are 6 laps in. We've run 5 of those laps under caution. Actually have yet to complete a lap under green. The pace car is in. Aaron Johnson hammers the throttle. He gets a nice jump on Lee Walker. Sabilo looks to the inside of Walker as well. It's going to be Johnson out front, then Sabilo and Lee Walker battling for that second spot. Johnson running off from the rest of the field. Lee Walker and Sabilo battling side by side. Walker on the high side here. Let's hop in and watch this battle as Lee Walker manages to hold on to that position. Aaron Johnson's going to lead. It'll be Lee Walker second, Sabilo third. Eric Sellers in fourth. Behind them, it's Ashton Hooker in the 5th spot. Bob Burlew running 6th. Johnson continues to lead this race. We're now 8 laps into a 55-lap event. Aaron Johnson holds a nice lead as 6 drivers begin to pull away from the rest of the field. The break between Bob Burlew in 6th and Andy Shaner in the 7th spot. Out front, Johnson leads, nearly tags the wall there. Aaron Johnson driving the car pretty hard. Down into turn number 1, Sabilo looking to the inside of the 363 of Walker. Walker arcing that car in, maybe being a little easier on tires as Eric Sellers has gone by Sabilo. It's Johnson, Walker, Sellers, Sabilo, then Ashton Hooker and Bob Burlew. 6 cars breaking away from the rest of the field at USA International Speedway. They're down the front straightaway. It will be Aaron Johnson leading as we start lap number 10 of a scheduled 55 laps in the iRacing League of Legends, the TDR Johnson iRacing team Legends Spooktacular. Out front, Johnson leads. Lee Walker looking to the high side. Aaron Johnson closing in on some lap traffic here. That's the 10. That's the 10 of Nicholas Smith. Smith having some sort of an issue, being shown now in the 17th spot. Johnson looks to the inside of the lap car, goes past. Smith giving the leaders plenty of room as Aaron Johnson goes by now. Lee Walker also looking on the inside, as is Sellers and Keegan Sabilo. Johnson leads, 11 laps completed this time by Aaron Johnson out front. Let's have a look at how they run on the speedway. We'll start with that 00 car of Aaron Johnson. Johnson, the first car on the speedway. He is shown in first spot. Just behind him, that's the 363 Halloween Spooktacular car of Lee Walker. Walker running second. Behind Walker, it's the 97 of Eric Sellers in third. Then Keegan Sabilo in car 77 running fourth. A little gap then to the 11 car of Ashton Hooker. Hooker running in the 5th spot. Behind Hooker, it's Bob Burlew in 6th. Next in line is the 59 of Jay Downham. Downham racing out of Florida. He currently runs 7th, followed by the 2 of Adam Rickey. Rickey involved in that early incident, working his way back toward the front. Rickey should be currently running in the 8th spot. Behind Rickey, the next car on the speedway will be the 7 of Andy Shaner. Shaner running 9th, and then Caleb Gillick, who started 17th, has worked his way into the top 10. Gillick in the 15 Hit Agency car. Behind Gillick, that's the 21 of Mike Matherly. Matherly in 11th after being involved in that early skirmish. Then behind Matherly is the 28 of Jim Downham. Downham being shown in 12th. Behind Downham is the 57 of Jim Love. Love currently shown in the 13th spot. Behind Love, next car on the speedway is the 23 of Dustin Velduzin. Velduzin running 14th. Behind Velduzin, that's the Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street car of Tyler Daniels himself. Daniels currently running in the 16th spot. In the 15th spot. Behind Daniels, next car on the racetrack, the 33 of Fisher. Fisher currently running in 15th. Daniels is a lap down, so Daniels is in 16th. He is 1 lap down. Next car on the speedway behind them, we will be back around, I believe, to your leader, Aaron Johnson. Johnson out front. We're 17 laps into a 55-lap event. Johnson with the lead. Lee Walker in second. Eric Sellers in third, followed then by Keegan Sabilo in the 4th spot. And Ashton Hooker in 5th. It is a 4-car breakaway as Johnson, Walker, Sellers, and Sabilo have opened up about a 4-second gap over the 5th place car of Ashton Hooker. Aaron Johnson leading the way, but these 4 cars right now the class of the field. Johnson rolls the car out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. That purple nightmare before Christmas car leading the way down into turn number 1. Sellers looking to the inside of the 363 of Walker. No dice. Eric Sellers, a quick race car. Sellers currently the point leader in the TDR League of Legends. So Eric Sellers doing a nice job here, holding on to 3rd spot. We're 19 laps in. Johnson leads the field out of turn number 4. It's going to be Aaron Johnson holding on to the lead. Johnson now having led 20 laps of this 55-lap event. Scoring for tonight's race is a custom scoring mechanism, 2 points per position, 64 points for first place. However, you receive bonus points for leading a lap, leading the most laps, and turning the fastest lap of the race. A clean sweep would net 69 points on the night. High point person will win that race-worn UPS pit shirt as Johnson begins to stretch the lead out over the 363 of Lee Walker. Eric Sellers looking to the inside of Walker. Johnson now has stretched this out to about a 5-car length advantage over the 363 of Walker. It's Johnson 1, Walker 2, Eric Sellers 3, Keegan Sabilo 4. Aaron Johnson beginning to pull away ever so slightly from the 363 of Lee Walker. Down the back straightaway now, we can see Walker trying to hold off the charging 97 car of Eric Sellers. A lot of internet lag today. I apologize for the quality of the broadcast. Johnson leads. We are 23 laps in to a 55-lap event. Aaron Johnson has led every lap of this race as he begins to pull away from the 363 of Lee Walker. Walker trying to hold off Sellers. It's a 4-car battle up front. Further back in the pack, Ricky has moved back into the 5th spot. So Adam Ricky, after that early incident, has managed to work his way back into the 5th position as Sellers looks to the inside of the 363 of Walker. Walker manages to drive deeply into the corner and hold off that 97 car. Now Sabilo looking to the inside, and caution. Caution on the speedway. The caution has come out here on lap number 24. Aaron Johnson up front, Walker second. The 97 of Sellers third. I don't know what brought out that caution. Let's see if we can have a look. It looks like that's Bob Burlew. Oh, it gets into Ashton Hooker. Those 2 cars get together. Burlew flips, Hooker goes to the inside. Looked like the 59 of Downham and the 10 of Nicholas Smith, both lucky to make it through that little bit of chaos. Pace car is out. Pits are open. Looks like Lee Walker's going in. I think Aaron Johnson will probably go into the pits as well. Johnson in the pits. So Johnson, Walker, your 4 leaders definitely pitting. Looks like the 10 will stay out. Adam Ricky has chosen to stay out, as has the 59 of Jay Downham. Also looks like maybe Andy Shaner is staying out. And Carno Shaner is in the pits. So it really looks to me like it's just the 2 of Ricky and the 59 of Downham that are going to stay out on the speedway. Everyone else is in the pits. Looks like Shaner may have only taken 2 tires or may have taken fuel only at this point. Aaron Johnson still in the pits. Andy Shaner is going to beat Johnson out of the pits, and that'll put Andy Shaner in the 3rd spot. We can see the 28 of Jim Downham also coming by. Johnson wins the battle off pit road. It's going to be Lee Walker coming out behind Johnson. Out front, it will be Adam Ricky who will take the lead. We saw what happened there with Burlew having a little contact with Ashton Hooker. Let's take another look at it. Looks like Burlew maybe comes up just a little bit there. Goes into the outside wall. Looks like Hooker hard into the inside wall. That was the 59 of Downham, just splitting the difference there, managing to slide through unscathed. Let's have one more look at this time from the in-car camera of Anthony Hooker. See Hooker kind of pinches that car down a little bit too. Maybe Burlew expected him to let that car drift out a little higher. Contact between them. You see Burlew vaulting by there. Quite an incident on lap number 24. We're now 27 laps in, nearing the halfway point. Adam Ricky will be your leader. Jay Downham will be running second. Ricky and Downham choosing to stay out. Andy Shaner will be third. Shaner, I think, using a fuel strategy to try to work his way into the top three. Then behind them, Aaron Johnson, Lee Walker will be on new tires, as will Eric Sellers and Keegan Sabilo. Jim Downham also, I think, playing a fuel game here, trying to use a short pit sort of take on fuel strategy to work his way up and gain some positions. Bob Burlew, I expect, will be on new tires, as will Mike Matherly. So really, of your top 10 cars, 6 will be on new tires. We'll see how that shakes out. We're 28 laps into a 55-lap event at USA. Tires really start to fall off here about laps 16 or 17. We expect the new tires should present an advantage for the drivers that have taken them. The key will be to move back to the front without being involved in any shenanigans. Adam Rickey from Westport, Maine, in the Stranger Things Legends car, also proprietor of BAMF Racing. Rickey, a longtime TDR member, competing right now in the Tyler Daniels Racing IROC series. IROC open to the drivers in TDR that perform well season long. It's a season long qualifying event. The top 30 drivers make it in, followed by 3 other drivers that are invited based on the recommendations of TDR members. We are now at the halfway point. Lights are off on the pace car. Pace car goes in. Adam Rickey's going to get the start here. Rickey on the throttle, and Adam Rickey leads the field to the line. Behind Rickey, it's the 59 of Downham. And then behind them, the 00 of Johnson, as Johnson's trying to make his way past the 7 of Andy Shaner. Johnson goes by on the high side. Hard to pass here at USA International Speedway. Johnson making it look easy. The new tires really give a huge advantage. Shaner no match for that flying 00 car. Johnson nearly gets the wall again as he looks to the outside, now back to the inside of the 59 of Jay Downham. Eric Sellers going by Andy Shaner on the outside, as is the 363 of Lee Walker. Keegan Sabilo looking to the inside. Johnson looks to the inside of the 59 of Jay Downham. Johnson will go by. Eric Sellers is going to go by as Johnson got underneath and opened up the door. That'll also open the door for Lee Walker. New tires really showing their worth here, as Johnson and Sellers have made short work of Shaner and Downham, as has Lee Walker. Lee Walker now also moving by. Again, internet flickers showing up. Johnson closing in on the 2 of Adam Rickey. It's Rickey, Johnson, Sellers, and the 363 of Walker. Looks like caution is on the speedway again. We've got 24 laps to go. The caution is out. Don't know what brought this caution out. Will Adam Rickey give up track position to grab tires, or is he going to dance with the one that brung him and stay out and see if he can hold off these leaders on newer tires? That's the $64,000 question as Adam Rickey leads the field. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to bring out this third caution. It looks like Sabilo and Andy Shaner got together. Internet flicker showing up again. Sabilo and Shaner, they both go around. 2-car incident. Looks like Bob Burlew was also involved, so Bob Burlew caught up in that melee. Pace car leading the field. Pits should be open this time by. Looks as though no one's going to choose to pit here. Adam Rickey will stay out. Johnson will stay out. Let's see if we've got another look at what happened between Keegan Sabilo and Andy Shaner, as Fisher in the 33 is going to get the lucky dog. And it looks like Sabilo came down just a little bit. Kind of a racing incident. I think Sabilo trying to get by on the high side as well, and they just touched. Then the 7 and the 66 got together, and that ended up spinning Burlew, so Burlew went around as well. Pace car leads the field. Adam Rickey out front, Johnson second, Sellers third, Walker fourth, Jay Downham in the 5th spot with Mike Matherly in 6th. Jim Love has worked his way back into 7th after being involved in that horrific crash on lap number 1. Behind Love, it's Velduzen, Gillikin 9th, and Ashton Hooker rounding out the top 10. Fisher is 11th, Shaner 12th, Jim Downham in 13th, Burlew 14th, Daniels 15th, Smith 16th. Keegan Sabilo's dropped into the pits. That's going to shake things up a little bit, as Sabilo looks like he's probably trying to repair some damage. That means Burlew will be 13th, Shaner 14th, Jim Downham now 15th. Tyler Daniels 1 lap down in 16th, and Nicholas Smith 5 laps down in the 17th spot. Hey, if you get a chance, go visit Maconi Setup Shops. Maconi with a lot of products to help you out in iRacing. You know, not everybody knows how to set up their own car. Not everybody has the time to devote to building a great setup. You want a setup that's competitive, you want to be fast, and you want to work with some of the best in the business. Go to Maconi. Adam Rickey leads. Aaron Johnson is in second. You know, Tyler Daniels Racing, with their charitable focus, has their annual Cards for the Troops event going on, where TDR raises money to send cards to American troops serving overseas during the holiday season. If you'd like to donate, visit tylerdracing.com or give a shout out to the TDR Facebook page, and we'll help you help us send cards to the troops. There are 20 laps to go. Adam Rickey with the lead. The decision to stay out looking smarter by the lap as Rickey continues to hold on to the lead. They're going to be 2 by 2. It'll be Rickey and Johnson in row 1, followed by Sellers and Walker, then Matherly and Love. Veldhusen and Gillick will be row 4, Hooker and Burlew in row 5, Sabilo and Shaner in row 6, Downham and Fisher in row 7th. Jay Downham in the pits now. He and Tyler Daniels and Nicholas Smith will make up rows 8 and 9. Lights are off on the pace car. Adam Rickey with a lot of real-world racing experience. He's going to draw on it here to try to get the jump on Aaron Johnson. The pace car's in. Rickey gets a great start. Johnson not quite as good. Eric Sellers looks to the inside of Aaron Johnson with Lee Walker on the outside. Adam Rickey takes the lead. 18 laps to go. Adam Rickey with a great start. Pulls out to about a 4-car length advantage over the 00 of Johnson and the 97 of Eric Sellers. Adam Rickey leads, Johnson second, Sellers third. Rickey in that Stranger Things car, Johnson up high as Sellers is looking to the inside of the 00. Johnson stuck up on the high side. That generally is not the best way around USA International Speedway. We saw Johnson make it work earlier today on new tires. How will it work on tires that maybe have 10 or 15 laps on them? No way to tell for sure. Johnson trying to make his way around. He's right on Adam Rickey's back bumper. Rickey trying to hold off both cars. Johnson looks to the outside. He's on the outside of Adam Rickey. Eric Sellers goes to the inside. They're 3 wide coming out of 4. It's Sellers on the inside, Johnson on the outside, Rickey in the middle. Into turn number 1. Johnson with a big sweeping arcing corner. Looks like Aaron Johnson is going to take the lead. Johnson out front, Sellers to his inside. Aaron Johnson, Eric Sellers putting on a show here as Johnson and Sellers fight it out. It looks like Aaron Johnson is going to take the lead over the 97 of Eric Sellers. It's Johnson out front, Sellers second now, Lee Walker third, as Aaron Johnson and Eric Sellers made a tremendous move to shuffle Adam Rickey back to the 4th position. New tires just too much for the Westbrook main driver. He couldn't hold off all the competition as Johnson, Sellers, and now Lee Walker begin to pull away from the rest of the field. Looks like Mike Matherly has worked his way into the 5th spot. Great run by Matherly today. Mike doing a nice job in the Nightmare Before Christmas Legends car. Johnson nearly tags the outside wall. You think these guys aren't driving hard? Think again. Sellers looks to the inside. Johnson drives the car in deep and lets it drift up just a little in the middle of the corner. Aaron Johnson driving in deep, trying to hold off the 97 of Eric Sellers. Behind them, it looks like Rickey, Matherly, Love, and Keegan Sabilo. Those drivers battling as well. That's the 33 of Fisher to the inside, so Fish having some kind of trouble. Let's make one quick run through the field. Johnson is 1. The 97 of Sellers in 2nd. The 363 of Walker in 3rd. Next car on the speedway is the 2 of Adam Rickey. He's in 4th, followed by the 21 of Mike Matherly in 5th. Just behind Matherly, that's the 77 of Keegan Sabilo in the 6th spot. Then behind Sabilo on the speedway, the next car, the 57 of Jim Love in 7th, followed by the 8 of Dustin Veldhusen, the 23 of Dustin Veldhusen in 8th. Just behind Veldhusen, that's the 15 of Caleb Gillick. He currently sits in the 9th spot. Behind Gillick, the 66 of Burlew in 10th, and the 33 of Fisher. He's currently being shown 1 lap down in 14th. Behind Fisher, the next car on the speedway, the 25 of Tyler Daniels. Daniels in 15th slot. Behind Daniels, that's the 7 of Andy Shaner. Shaner currently being shown in 11th. Next car on the speedway behind Shaner is the 10 of Nicholas Smith. Smith is 5 laps down in 17th. Behind Smith, it's the 11 of Ashton Hooker. Hooker currently shown in the 12th spot. Behind Hooker, that's the 59 of Jay Downham. Downham currently in 16th, 1 lap down. Behind Jay Downham, the next car on the speedway is the 28 of Jim Downham. Jim, the last car on the lead lap. After that, we're back around to the leaders as Aaron Johnson, Eric Sellers, and Lee Walker battle it out for supremacy at USA International Speedway. Johnson leads, 8 laps to go. Aaron Johnson trying to hold off Eric Sellers. Sellers all over Johnson's back bumper. Great race car there. Sellers doing a nice job in that admin box Sellers Insulation Legends car. All over the 00 of Johnson. Will he have enough? Eric Sellers, classy driver. He could put the chrome horn to Johnson. We'll see if he wants to use a bumper. I'd be shocked if Eric Sellers put the bumper to someone on purpose. It's just not the style we see from the Kentucky driver. Johnson, Sellers, Walker all closing in on the lapped car, well, the soon-to-be lapped car of Jim Downham. Johnson goes by, Sellers goes by, Downham giving these drivers plenty of room. He's going to let the leaders settle it amongst themselves. 7 laps to go. Aaron Johnson trying to put a little space between himself and the 97 of Sellers. Johnson now stretches that lead out to about a car length, maybe a car length and a half. Johnson doing the very best he knows how to do to hold off a charging Eric Sellers. It's Johnson 1, Sellers 2, Walker 3. Those 3 cars, the class of the field, they're about 2 seconds ahead of the 21 of Matherly. Matherly currently in the 4th spot as Johnson and Sellers begin to pull away just slightly from the 363 of Walker. Johnson taking a wider, more sweeping arc into the corner. I think he's trying to care for some tires here as Eric Sellers is looking to get underneath Johnson coming off the turn. Out of 2 now down the back straightaway. It's Johnson with the lead, Sellers second, the 363 of Walker in third. Walker falling back just a bit, about a car length back to Sellers, then about 2 to Lee Walker. Johnson leads. There are 4 laps to go. Can Aaron Johnson hold on for the win, or will Eric Sellers find his way around? Johnson now stretches the lead to about a car length and a half, maybe 2 car lengths, 4 to go. Johnson with the lead. He's pulled away ever so slightly from the 97 of Sellers. Lee Walker about 2 car lengths back of Sellers. These 3 cars about 2.5 seconds ahead of Mike Matherly. It will be a 3-car battle at the end. Aaron Johnson with the lead, Sellers second, Walker third, Matherly fourth, Sabilo fifth. Jim Love, after an early wreck, moves back into the 6th spot. Adam Rickey now has dropped to 7th. The new tires of some of these other cars have really shuffled Rickey back as we've gotten late in the race. Out front, Johnson leads. He's going to come by the start-finish line. 2 to go this time by. Aaron Johnson with about a 2-car length advantage over the 97 of Eric Sellers. Sellers about 2 car lengths ahead of the 363 of Lee Walker. Johnson now stretches the lead to about 3 car lengths. Aaron Johnson trying to pull away. Sellers coming back down the back straightaway. Looks like Sellers with a little better car off of turn number 2. Johnson through the center of 3 and 4. Eric Sellers driving really hard here. He's closed in to about 2 car lengths again. There's 1 to go. Johnson takes the white flag. It's Johnson, Sellers, Walker. They're going to settle it amongst themselves. Johnson comes out of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. He's stretched the advantage now to nearly 3 cars. Aaron Johnson pulls away ever so slightly from the 97 of Sellers. Sellers really closing in down the back straightaway. Get a great run out of turn 2. Will he have enough? They come through 3 into turn number 4 now. Off of 4 onto the front straightaway. It will be Aaron Johnson with the win, followed by the 97 of Eric Sellers and the 363 of Lee Walker. Mike Matherly will come home. Will he come home 4th or 5th? It looks like Matherly's going to come home in the 4th spot with Keegan Sabilo in 5th. Jim Love will finish 6th with Adam Rickey 7th, Dustin Velduzen 8th, Bob Burlew 9th, Caleb Gillick 10th, Andy Shaner 11th, and Ashton Hooker 12th. Fish Fisher will be 13th, Tyler Daniels 14th, Jim Downham 15th, Jay Downham 16th, and Nicholas Smith in the 17th spot. We just got word from our judges that the 363 car of Lee Walker will be the winner of the first ever Halloween Spooktacular Paint Scheme contest. So congratulations to Lee Walker for taking that win. Maconi Setup Shops sponsoring that paint scheme prize. We really appreciate that from Maconi. We appreciate the help from all of our sponsors and from Tyler Daniels Racing. Hey, great race tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. I know we certainly enjoyed putting it on for you. Congratulations to Aaron Johnson for the win. Eric Sellers coming home second, Lee Walker third. Those three cars really the class of the field most of the night. But at the end of the day, it was Aaron Johnson of the Johnson iRacing team taking the win. That's going to do it from USA International Speedway. For Tyler Daniels Racing and the Johnson iRacing team, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun.